Hello, everybody. Welcome to the ROAI series, where we explore how enterprises move from AI experiments to real measurable transformation. I'm Karin Maday, the Customer Success Officer here at Jade Global. And in this series, we are cutting through the noise to focus on what actually works. I talk to customers often, and I see AI being used in pockets throughout their organizations. And a question I ask myself and my teams is, how can AI provide you with tangible outcomes? And how can Jade help their clients get those outcomes? Today, we're going to tackle a big question. How do you get your returns from AI? How do you actually build an AI native enterprise? Because this isn't about adding AI tools, it's about rebuilding how your business operates with AI at its core. Let me introduce our guest today, Arun Menon, my colleague, the Chief Customer Technology and Strategy Officer at Jade Global. Jade Global helps enterprises become AI native by embedding AI into core business processes and workflows. Arun, it's great to have you here today.
Oh, thanks, Karin. Great to be here. This is really an important conversation.
It is. Everybody wants to become AI native, but very few leaders seem to know what that means or even how to get there. So let's start really simple. What is an AI native enterprise?
So, Karin, if you look at it, most companies today are adding AI on top of their business. That's not AI native. AI native means AI is built into how the business runs, how decisions are made, how workflows operate, how systems interact.
So it's a one-line difference between on top of and inside.
That's correct. So bolt-on AI will improve your tasks, but AI native will completely change the decision making itself.
So it's not about co-pilots or chatbots or those types of things.
No, I don't think so, Karin. Those are features. AI native is an operating model shift where intelligence gets embedded into the workflows end to end. In an enterprise environment, AI only works when it's integrated into real operations, not just like getting a bunch of isolated tools.
But if that's the goal, then why are so many companies struggling with that?
That's because they're really solving the wrong problem. The things that usually break are that data is fragmented, AI isn't tied to business outcomes, and AI is not integrated into the workflows. So that's a fundamental reason why it continues to stay in the experimentation phase, really.
So it's not really an AI problem, as some people try to couch it.
Exactly. It's a system design problem. The real challenge isn't building AI, it's connecting to see how your business actually operates.
So let's talk a little bit about solutions. How does Jade Global actually help clients build an AI native enterprise?
So we use what we call as an ROAI model. That's basically a return on AI. And the starting point is different. We don't start with AI as a technology. We start with the business pain points, reimagine the business process, and figure out how to leverage AI. We start looking at business process, the data, the governance strategy, before actually building out the entire data intelligence layer or the persona-driven orchestration layers, along with the specialist agents which are closer to the enterprise platforms. So that's the difference we start with.
That's certainly a shift in mindset, isn't it, from what we used to think and what we need to think today?
Yes, you're right, Karin, because most companies go tech first, and our suggestion is go business first. That's the reason why we are suggesting that, first of all, start small, but create a high impact. Focus on the critical workflows, not the entire broad transformation. Second part is build incrementally. Deploy AI step by step into real operations, not into one big rollout. Think about governance and security from the get-go. Establish a clear governance framework. And finally, make sure that you tie everything to outcomes. It has to be either cost reduction, productivity, or a revenue impact. If you can't link it back to any of these fundamental outcomes, your AI journey is not going to scale up.
So Arun, is the model you're talking about tied to outcome?
Yes, absolutely, Karin. If the AI doesn't deliver measurable values, then it doesn't make sense. And the way we at Jade work is that we have no reason why we should get paid if I can't generate value to you as a customer.
That's certainly a different level of accountability than I hear from a lot of the other people on the market.
Yeah, absolutely, Karin, because you can't take an AI project and base it on the effort put in or the toolkits put in. It has to be measured by the outcomes, really.
So now let's talk about something real, right? What has worked in this space? Can you share an example with us, Arun?
Let me give you an example, Karin. So look at we had a cash application in finance, traditional, manual, slow. We deployed AI agents into the workflow. 82% match rate straight into production.
And this just isn't a demo. This is real.
No. Yeah, this is real stuff. This is production stuff. So AI doesn't assist and does not automate. It actually executes the workflow. And then it drops back into the humans only in case of exceptions. So that's what I'm talking about, true AI embedded workflows.
So this is where AI is really running the business.
That's exactly right, Karin. So we are moving from AI tools to AI native operations, really. And that's what we mean by it.
So what actually makes this work for customers?
Two things. One is the deep integration into the enterprise systems. Second is building for scale, both the data, the governance, and the entire architecture. Because enterprise AI is not just intelligence, it's operational, accountable, and scalable systems.
So if we sit back a minute and think, what should the leaders be focused on right now?
So in my mind, two priorities. One is breaking the silos and rethinking of operations in the AI native era, the era of multi-agent systems. So AI is moving from a single tool to a coordinated set of systems that act. The number two is the governance. This is mandatory. You cannot scale AI without trust, control, and auditability.
So you're saying speed without structure just isn't going to work.
Exactly, you're absolutely right. Because AI native is structured intelligence at scale, actually.
So what's the biggest mistake that people are making now when they think about AI?
Starting with AI before fixing the data.
What's the most overrated view of AI?
Oh, that's the standalone chatbots, really.
And what about the most underrated?
Organizational change management and the entire testing part of it.
What does success really look like when the customers use AI native enterprise?
So what we're talking is AI actually changes how your business runs, not just in demos, but also reorients your entire organization around the new way of working.
So that's really a difference. That's a big difference. AI that looks impressive, which is what we've seen with the pilots and the things that people do with it today, versus AI that actually delivers outcomes. Arun, this was a great conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I think these are really important ones for people to carry forward.
Thanks, Karin.
So this is the ROAI series, where we break down how enterprises become AI native. If this was useful to you, please follow the series. And also join us on jadeglobal.ai, because this is just the beginning.